neck to red, my neck's too red. They said my neck's too red. Yeah, they said my dream was a dead end. They said people like me don't trend. Said my slang won't ever get there. They said my neck was too red, neck too red, boy, your neck's too red. My neck's too red. My town 90% white, blame God for my southern roots. Thank him also cause I got the juice, leaving marks all on these music dudes, like burnouts do with a 302. Weed 'em, holla boys, tatted up, missing teeth and scars, gang shit off the front board. Grew up on a blowtorch, we ain't know no Scotch torch. All we knew was Highland Rim, case of beer and some race cars. Alpha male with the straight bars, Dixie made me do it like I do. And if you got a problem with my side of town, just know we ain't finna budge for you. They said my neck's too red. Yeah, they said my dream was a dead end. They said people like me don't trend. Said my slang won't ever get there. They said my neck was too red, neck too red, boy, your neck's too red. My neck's too red. They gon' have to wait till I die. I done made it up too high. With this system I won't comply. No rich folks can ride me with rides. I done bought them all, left them in the field. Shit, my daily driver is a rat ride. The day I was born in Music City is the day that mainstream got outlawed. If the devil's dead scared, I ain't never scared. Roll with me or without me, either way I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, going on like 10 years. Up motherfucking church 615 till I'm out of here. They said my neck's too red. Yeah, they said my dream was a dead end. They said people like me don't trend. Said my slang won't ever get there. They said my neck was too red, neck too red, boy, your neck's too red. My neck's too red. You.
And hello, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing? I feel like I'm the only person that doesn't know who these people are. Don't worry, I don't think you're the only person, trust me. So, we're just going to get right into it. Let me go ahead and share a few different things. So, we're going to go over Mark Lata's the soft white underbellies videos. Watch that in a minute, but first I'm going to do like the actual TLDR. So, here's kind of just like a screen share photos of the family. We'll kind of just look at while I read this. Okay, so who are the Whittakers? All right. So a short summary of them is the Whittakers are a reclusive, multi-generational family from a tiny community of Odd, West Virginia, who came into public attention after documentary photographer filmmaker Mark Lata, Soft White Underbelly, began photographing them and filming them, reporting videos and just that described extreme poverty, unusual communication, behavior among some family members, which in a lot of early articles was basically, I'll go over that too, describe the family as pulling up where multiple family members' eyes were going different ways and there were family members barking at them. So A family history that many outlets summarize as generations of close kin marriages and often described in the press as a passe term, which is inbreeding. The family has been a subject of portrait series, viral videos, numerous articles, and controversy over how they've been portrayed and supported. Even as of late, that, if you guys are here from the Hive, Jules has been covering them. So lately they had another issue. It started back in 2020 with Mark Leda helping them out. And I think it was last year, correct me if I'm wrong, either 2023 or 2024. I think it was 2024 last year that he basically fell out with them. There is a family member who is photographed here. Let me see if I can click on her photo, but right here, no, that's Ray. Damn it. Hold on. Well, there's Ray. Oh, here it is. I knew it was a picture. So Ray is one of the three that is the most intellectually delayed or developmentally delayed. Not intellectual. They're actually very, very fucking smart. But developmentally delayed, never had the proper, schooling. There was even rumors, I'll play on one of the newer channels recently, that Timmy, one of the most talked about as of late, the youngest of them, who is also one of the three developmentally delayed and struggles, with communicating and things like that. He was possibly even locked in closets in school. He went through like 5 different elementary schools. And if you know, elementary school is about 5 or 6 years. So pretty much he switched schools every year. Just tragic, just not the quite, back in the day, they didn't have the proper resources anyways. I'm not saying that most schools didn't have the proper resources for developmentally delayed, especially like with autism and stuff. But nowadays, of course, it's a lot different. Um, Anyways, back to my TLDR. Oh, so that's what I was going to show. This photo right here. Hold on. So this woman, who I have recently said reminds me of, if you know, you know, but this Rochelle looking bitch on the right here is BJ. The one in the middle is Larry, who is her father. And then that is Danny Ray, or better known as Ray, who's one of the more famous family members. So BJ is the troublemaker. She is a younger generation, obviously. Not as many issues, eyes are straight, doesn't have, she might have some delays, but mainly her issue is drugs and utilizing all of the family's money. And as of late, it was even reported that she was possibly allegedly beating on the 3 developmentally delayed family members, which led to them being taken recently by adult support services or adult protection services. Um, can you all get rid of William? Really? That's interesting. Soft white elderberry was originally the name for Blue Oyster Cult. We like that. But here it is. So back to the location and the origin of notoriety. The Whittakers live in an unincorporated community of Odd, which is outside of Raleigh, in Raleigh County, West Virginia. Or I'm sorry, it's not outside of Raleigh. It's in Raleigh County, West Virginia. My bad. Their story became widely visible after Soft White Underbelly's Mark first photographed them. And he first met them, I believe it was 2004, but they note it in here, it's early 2000s, and posted follow-ups and videos starting around 2020. They appear in multiple viral videos and photo projects, which, if you go back to this tab, the photographs that are most notable are these black and white ones of the family. The most famous ones are of Ray, Timmy, and a family member that's no longer with them, Freddie. So here on the right is, from left to right, is Ray, Timmy, who are both still alive, and then Freddie, who also had very many developmental delays, much like them, but he did pass shortly before Mark reunited with them in 2020, because when he reunited, he remembered Freddie and Ray because they were the two that barked, and had the eyes that were the most, awkward, going different ways. And so they were the most notable. And he noticed there was only one. And fortunately, they were like best buds. And Freddie was known for fishing. He always had a can of worms and a fishing line. So they even have younger cousins, younger nephews. Actually, I believe it's BJ's sons that have actually also been uh, documented over the last couple of years. They were raised by Betty, and this family. And while they were young, they really didn't realize anything was different. They had a pretty good childhood, they said. Of course, as they got older, they realized that their family wasn't completely normal. And they're some of the family members that protect them. And, when you come up there, those younger uh, grandsons are the ones that will, confront you and be like, what are you doing here? So here is the soft white underbellies video. Let's watch the first one. So I first photographed the Whittaker family for my first book, Created Equal, in 2004. That visit was interrupted by an angry neighbor with a shotgun who threatened to use it if I didn't leave the Whittakers alone. After explaining what I was doing, he calmed down and allowed me to photograph the Whittaker family. The two portraits shown in this video are from that book. I've returned to visit the Whittakers when I'd been in Appalachia for other shoots, but on this visit in July 2020, I recorded a bit of video of something many of us have heard but never actually seen. I strongly discourage anyone attempting to look for the Whittakers, as their armed neighbors and the Raleigh County deputies both make it clear that curious visitors are not welcome. So that is Ray in the red shirt, who always has to hold his pants up. They have even bought him overalls. He just prefers to wear the pants up, falling off of him. To the right is Lorraine, who is literally a doll. I love her. She is also the mother of Timmy, and the three of them, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, are the most handicapped, you could say, special needs, without getting any proper care their entire lives, which again is what led to what happened as of late, with them being taken by Child Protection Services. I will say that while it's sad, they're probably getting a lot better care. Here you can even kind of see Ray is filthy. He a lot of times, multiple documentarians from Eric to Mark have stated that he just sits around in his own filth. The other family members don't do that, so obviously they know that that's not how you are to live. But it's one sister, 72-year-old Betty, who is of sound mind, who has basically dedicated her whole life to take care of her siblings. And at the time of doing this, when her mom was passing away and she promised never to marry, never to leave, and just take care of her siblings, there was 12 of them. So this woman has dedicated her whole life to them, but she is getting older and also getting taken advantage of by that BJ, which it's really sad, because now she's without her family, even though it's really sad. But anyways, let's continue. Fair use.
So what are your names?
Hi, Lorraine, Timmy.
Hi, my name's Tara, and I'm a
I really need to get
stylist.
premium.
I'm
I
also
literally
a
almost bought it
communications.
the other day. What
I'm
the
here
hell
at
stopped me? I
the-
can't remember.
I'm sorry. Who's this?
His name's Ray.
Ray. I remember Ray. I photographed you, Ray. Do you remember? Years ago. And your name is
Lorraine.
Lorraine and Timmy.
Yeah.
Now you guys grew up here in Odd, West Virginia. How many years have you lived here?
All her life. All my life.
You're You guys, I mean, did you go to school? You did. Some of your
Yes,
some of your brothers and
12.
sisters probably didn't go to school, or how much schooling did they get?
They didn't went to school long, but he graduated.
You graduated from what?
High
He
school.
was from high school.
You went to high school, Timmy?
Yeah, he
Go
went to
Timmy.
high school all in Beckley.
Timmy's also my second favorite. And he again, him and Lorraine, as well as Ray, they're so smart. They just don't have communication. And she sits here stoic. Like she is a strong ass bitch. She won't even look at you. She won't say a word. Not that she can't, not only can she not communicate well, but she can communicate because it's said that Betty has said that at night, her and Timmy will stay up all night and they have their own language essentially. That they'll just sit there and talk all night. No one understands what they're saying. I mean, the family probably does. And even with Lorraine, I've been able to understand her a little bit,
Right.
having a son who has speech delay. I thought Ray the royal family are incredibly inbred too, right? Allegedly. Now see, here's the difference, okay? So here's where this family has so here's the family tree to kind of give you an idea of the inbreeding nature of this family and why theirs is so seriously um so many defects, I guess you could say, allegedly, and this, I'm not a doctor or any sort of scientist, but if you look at this at the top is the original married couple. Then they had two siblings. They got married, had kids. And one of those couples had twins, two twin boys, Henry and John. Now, Henry and John, who were identical twins, their children are the ones that ended up marrying and procreating. So it's not only like a second cousin or even I mean, it is first cousins, but not only is it first cousins, but it's first cousins of identical twins. So the gene pool got real fucked up when that happened. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There was initially 15 siblings. The ones in white, Emery Lee, Nanny Lou, Connie Jean, I believe those didn't live long. If I'm correct, I don't believe they lived long. And obviously it's oldest to youngest, with Betty Ann being actually like more towards the younger generations. Lorraine is 1, 2, 3 siblings above her, so she's her older sister. Ray is her younger brother. Larry, who is also one of the more sound mind, he is and he is BJ's father. He is then next in line to being youngest. Kenneth, who is pretty sound mind, though he does have the eye defect. And then there's a couple after Kenneth, but the older ones from Freddie and beyond, I don't believe that they're still with them. And then it looks like it's only showing Timmy as far as the grandchild coming from Lorraine. To this day, no one knows who Timmy's father is, and there's a lot of controversy behind that. I don't think it really matters at this point. Yeah. But I think at the time of the mom dying, there was 12 living. They didn't, yeah, some of them did not live long. And it looks like more of the earlier siblings didn't live long. But if you look at it, also, it's kind of peppered as far as, we got Freddie, Lorraine, Mary Madeline, who, I think probably passed young, and then John Wade, who is relatively, I don't want to say normal, but atypical. And then Betty Ann, who again is pretty much atypical. And then you've got Danny Ray or Ray, who is again very much development delayed. So it did jump. It wasn't every child. And I know a couple of the older siblings. They also had families, and they were relatively, again, atypical. I don't want to say normal, because at the end of the day, regardless if they're inbred, and again, that's more of a passe term to use nowadays, multi-generational marriages or whatever, inbreeding, I don't know what you call it. I don't know what the appropriate word for is it, but they're still human beings, at the end of the day. And 3 of them have been living like in really bad conditions for a very long time. And the sister Betty tried her best. It's really seems like the biggest issue is the drug addict granddaughter who is beating on them, and all of that is as of late. Anyways, let's. She went to school. Shoot, sorry. Okay, back here. Go a little fast for a little bit.
But don't doubt that God has done it. You start. There might be all in it. As I give examples of God.
So again, that's Ray. He loves his TV.
And there could be multiple things happening, but don't doubt that God has done it. You start praising Him that it's a done deal, and then you just stand there. Sometimes the scripture.
How do I turn that off?
Reveals that you just have to stand. It says over in Ephesians chapter 6 that you take unto you the whole armor of God, having done all things.
How do I turn it? You know how to turn it down?
And there are times that you just have to take the helmet of salvation, the breastplate of righteousness, of the Spirit, the Word of God, and you just stand and you fight, and you have to just stand there until you see a manifestation. Now, I believe that there's things that we can do to speed up this manifestation, but I haven't got time to tell you about it today. I'm going to have to do that on my programs the rest of this week.
So, Ray, what?
So real quick, now this is just a theory, all right? But if recently there was a case of little Emmanuel Haro, and he was found. They still not found him, but basically his parents did something to him, and he's gone. And when he was missing, they were sharing pictures of him, and one of his eyes was very much kind of like this, kind of off to the side, and it just looked like something had happened. And in googling it, that is a lot of times that orbital dislocating happens a lot with shaken baby syndrome. Now I'm thinking this mom had 15 children. Some of them died when they were young babies. Maybe she couldn't handle it. Maybe this is before they knew you shouldn't shake babies. But that could explain why some are of sound mind and have little disabilities, and why others' eyes have that orbital dislocating and lazy eye-ness. Now that's just a theory I had recently because of that case. I was like, I wonder if maybe this isn't natural. This was actually maybe something that was done to them. But then you have Timmy, who wasn't raised by the grandparents, I don't believe. So it could be hereditary. It's hard to say because they don't know. Am I the only one that's shocked? No, man. When we all first came across these people, we were shocked.
Tell me,
for sure. This family is very, very shocking.
How old are you? How old are you?
Once you get past the shookness of it, you kind of fall in love with this family because you're just like, man, this poor family. Like, they don't know anything different. You know what I mean? Like, they have 17, like, I don't know how many acres of land. Like, this was back in the day when no one left that mountain. Like, they just didn't leave. It was a very reclusive area in the mountains, and they never left. And they didn't have really, I guess, a lot of pickings. It was just those two cousins or something. I don't know.
How old? What are you eating tonight for dinner? A sandwich. So you grew up here in Odd, West Virginia, your whole life. And your family, you lost your brother since I was here last.
Come on, Ray, get out on the porch.
Tell me about your brother.
Get out on the porch. Hey, hey.
What's your favorite memory, Ray? Do you remember anything about your life?
Hey, 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 hey.
And you lost your other brother.
That's true. That's true.
So you lost your brother? Ray's brother?
Huh?
Ray and Tim's brother?
No,
Right. Timmy is your nephew.
Oh,
Tim's the nephew.
Tim is a nephew. But there's one of the brothers that's missing now.
Well, one of my brothers died.
That's what I'm saying. Who is that?
Freddie.
Freddie, that's right. Freddie's gone. How long ago did he die?
He's been dead for almost 4 years.
4 years? How did he die?
Huh?
How did he die?
I had a heart attack.
Heart attack?
His heart.
All of them have like heart conditions too. They have
So tell me about-
obviously multiple medical conditions, but definitely they all have heart conditions, which probably has something to do with the inbreeding.
Your family. Your parents. Tell me about your parents.
My parents died.
Of course. Yeah, they're older now. They'd be very old. What can you tell me about your family?
They don't know.
Much.
No?
Is your spine aging or youthening you? This is what happens to your spine as you age. It compresses, it shrinks.
This bitch is crazy. You seen this bitch? Have you ever seen these commercials? This lady's like in her 40s. Talk about being a fucking camel and doing a back
There's
bend.
less nerve supply,
Hold on, see what
oxygenation, and
shows.
nutrition to all the organs, and it goes downhill from there. If you can preserve
All right, never mind.
You love your parents?
Yeah, I love my family.
Good family?
So they don't really know what he's talking about. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no, that's pretty normal. They're not like, oh, yeah, my mom and dad were cousins of twin brothers. Right. Yes, we should definitely. I am so down for that, Addie. Definitely. I am going to convince Amy to Urbex haunted places with me when we have time. What's Urbex? Yes. Mark, he had a few issues with them. It first started, well, it was like they had a GoFundMe and they just kept taking money out of it. And people started questioning him, like, why haven't they gotten a house yet? Because the GoFundMe was essentially to get them a house. And they got cars and, other things. They fixed up the house for sure, but they never actually got a new house. And so people started questioning. And with that, he had to explain to people, they asked for so and so money every so often, and it's their money. So I give it to them. But because they asked for this money so often, like, it's not saved up enough to like make a house essentially. And then from there, Larry was reportedly had died. And that was his daughter reporting this to basically like get money. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Larry's dead now. Can we have all the money or some shit like that? So I'm not 100% versed up on all of that. But at some point, thank you, Addie. At some point, oh, okay. Yeah, I've done that. I've never done it live, but I used to do that like before all this shit started. But yeah. Anyways, let's see here. Let's see. See how Timmy's like hiding?
Timmy, you hiding? So, I hear stories about your family that your parents were brother and sister or cousins or something like that. Nothing like that. But the mental disorder that Ray has, what is that from?
I don't know. I don't know what caused it.
But Freddie and Ray and Timmy, you're both kind of have that same, and Lorraine too. Has the same thing.
Excuse me.
What do you suppose that the cause of that might have been?
I don't know what caused it.
You don't know. Timmy, you went to high school, right?
Get up. Get up. Oh,
Timmy, tell me about what you remember of your parents. Can you tell me anything?
I don't think he realizes yet that Lorraine's his mom. And look at Lorraine. She's like, I'm his
Lorraine,
I'm his mom,
what can
bitch.
you
Like she's looking at a
remember
smile
of
on
your
her
family?
face, like, I ain't talking to you, and that's my son. So I don't necessarily know. I've looked up and I was trying to figure out, like, I don't know. I don't think this was the uh the parents. I think this is like a sibling as well as like obviously a grandchild and a spouse. So, but clearly, and I don't think that's Lorraine because no one knows who Timmy's dad is. So,
Where's the rest of the game? Right. Do you remember your brother Freddie?
now will they change? No, as far as like, see now, if we go like here, so going really quickly to over to the future. Okay, so that's like 2020 when Mark first started filming them again. So now we have the Whittaker family's channel that was being ran by Eric. I think it's still being ran by Eric and some guy. I believe his name is Dwayne, who was on a live yesterday with Eric, and he's kind of like the background guy, like the behind the scenes doing everything. And then there was Patrick. Now Patrick is like the new BJ. Essentially, he's not related to them, even though some people have wondered if they're kin. But Patrick basically came along a while back and he supposedly went to school with Timmy and he had this relationship with Timmy, like this close knit friendship, I guess you could say. He started helping them out and he's the one that actually reached out to Eric and was like, hey, I know you do these documentaries, because he was like, he has another channel and he does other things where he helps other people out and stuff like that. So essentially, he was like, hey, I have this family that I know and I think it'd be a great project for you. Mind you, Eric didn't really come into this knowing what he was coming into. He didn't have any money really going into it. So, I do believe that his heart was in it, because once he met them, especially the three like more like developmentally delayed ones, he was like, we have to do something to help them and get them in a better situation. They were going to build them a house, like the Amish was going to help them get a house to the point where they each had their own rooms. No, 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 no. So like Mark and Soft White Underbelly channel, like he genuinely, I believe, cared for them, but obviously he did it to, his channel is all about documenting many things that would shock you, from prostitutes on Skid Row to drug addicts, like everything the world knows about but doesn't look at. You know what I mean? So that's what the Soft White Underbelly channel is. I love it. He's a little controversial because, yeah, he's paying these people to put them on his channel, but anyone and anything that's recorded is obviously meant to be put out there. It's going to be put out. So it's not like they don't know that they're being exploited, even though essentially they were being, used for content essentially, but they were being paid for and he's helping them out and all this stuff. But once the family member started getting involved and started faking deaths to get their money and shit, he kind of was like, I'm not going to fuck with this anymore. So here's what we have left. I'm cutting off this GoFundMe and I'm backing away, essentially, like, is where Mark was left at. So still was checking in on them, still sporadically was covering them, but wasn't doing anything financial anymore. So, once it started getting tricky, it was more family members getting involved that were like shady, like Larry's daughter, BJ, mainly her and her boyfriends that are like supposedly hitting the three. And it's just bad. So the Amish just live out there, and so they are just they're known for putting up houses in like 2 days. If you don't know that, like the Amish just that's their business is building houses and quick and good, and they're like log cabins. So, they just thought they would, and they're very godly people. So they thought, hey, listen, let's reach out to this Amish community and see if they're willing to help us, and they're also very reasonable cost wise, you know what I mean, compared to like the layman, like house building people. So it was just a more affordable and to get a better lasting home for them because it's something that lasts for like ever. You know what I mean? Like the Amish shit lasts forever. Their furniture lasts forever. Like, so yeah, but the reason why he said, if it were to be the three were to get, somehow reunited with Betty and there was no BJ involved, then he would still try to get them a house. But at this point, it's very unlikely that they're going to be returned. They're probably going to live in some sort of care facility for the remainder of their life, and it hopefully will get them to a place where they still have independence in a sense. Hopefully, they can put Lorraine and Timmy together. From what I've been watching as of late, one of the biggest reasons that they never, because adult protective services have been out there the entirety of their lives, so it's not like the first time that someone's called. But with the abuse and Betty, because they're going to court in this video to report and get a RO on BJ. Once that took place, it was a whole different ballgame. BJ came back. Eric noticed she was there. They reported that she was there, which means she brought the RO. The family essentially let her back as far as Betty and Larry. And that's why they took the other three. That's why Adult Protective Services now have them, because they weren't protecting them, and it's unfortunate, you know what I mean? But hopefully they're in better hands now, you know what I mean? The Amish Mafia is a very made up show, first of all. But no, I mean, like everybody, there's good and bad, for sure, for sure. And there's definitely pockets of evil and everything. But, there is a lot of good as well, you know what I mean? So it was some good Amish people that were willing to help, and like I said, I'm sure they were going to get paid for it, but they're just a lot more reasonable. And like I said, it's mainly because that stuff lasts forever. You know what I mean? They wanted a house that these people could live at and not really have to worry because they're all getting really old, you know what I mean? And some of the younger ones are either not trustworthy or they're also development delayed. So, it's like what happens when Betty passes away and Larry passes away. If they pass away before the other three, what would have happened? You know what I mean? They'd be even worse off. So let's see. I haven't actually seen this. It's like a 7-minute video.
We are on our way to get a order of protection.
So this is the newer guy, Eric, as of late, and that's Betty.
For Betty, with BJ. So how long has BJ been living there, Betty?
Huh?
How long has BJ been living there?
Oh, yeah, you asked me. I don't know what yours came up early.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And how did she end up there?
I'm sorry. I loved him. Like I lived in, and when I was watching Jules and I said something about Alabama, there was a family above me up on the hill. Like our house where I lived was staying at, up the hill was an old house, old white house. And they always would say the old white house was older than Alabama. And there was a family that lived up there and they were inbred and they were nice, but they were definitely, they favored this family a lot, a lot of trashes, a lot of trash fires. They would burn their trash. That's the thing they do in Alabama. Oh my God, it smelled so bad. And then their disfigurement wasn't their eyes or anything. They had like a small, like arm disfigurement. And then, so it was a lot like Ray. He wasn't potty trained. But he did wear diapers. But he was like my age, you know what I mean? And I met him. He was like the guy that I was living with out there. He grew up with this kid, kind of like a Timmy Patrick situation, but and eventually, but he was very ornery and he really didn't like marijuana. He was very much against marijuana. So anytime I smoked, he would stay away. At first he was really nice, but then he got a little creepy. So, and not because he was inbred. It was just because as a person, he didn't have boundaries. And the more comfortable he got, the less boundaries he had. And so, no, Eric is not trying to cash in. He is holding their money to give them to him. It was Patrick that was more of the issue. Patrick came to him. He brought him on this project and then basically started using Eric. Exactly. They would have, and it would have been a worse situation, probably, and a more jarring situation.
Larry went and picked her up.
Larry went and picked her up, and it was supposed to be temporary, right?
Yeah.
He originally told you it wasn't going to be for that long.
That's why he told me it ain't be that long. I'm first on burn her up there.
Now, was she on drugs when she came up?
Yeah.
She was already on drugs.
She was always on drugs.
Always on drugs.
And then you've told her to get out of there before, right?
Yeah.
You didn't want her up there to begin with.
I told her up there, first and beginning.
How many times have you told her to leave?
I told her twice to leave.
And did she do it?
No,
She didn't even listen to you.
she didn't listen to me.
Did you tell Larry that she needed to leave?
Larry told her to leave, and she did.
Tell. And then you was telling me about before she went to hit you, or she did hit you, and the dog got a hold of her.
Your dog got me a finger. She said, Daddy told me my finger.
Good.
Not,
So I
on,
told you leave her more alone.
not only that, she hit Timmy.
Yeah.
You said she hit Timmy in the head.
It had with it. She poured a shoe on. He came in the head. She just threw him.
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
She's got no reason to do that to Timmy.
Timmy was sitting out there in the yard. Him and his dog was.
And she hit Larry.
Yeah.
And so what happened last night, guys, is I took Larry to get...
Take me the fuck up there right now. I'll pull that Rochelle looking bitch out of the fucking trailer. Let's go. Yeah, I think he is a good guy, honestly. But Patrick was the one that says, Patrick's the one, he's got some charges, some bad charges. It's not good. I can't understand them, but I'll still be there for him. See, I can, and I mean, not everything she says, but it's that old country accent.
order of protection.
It's like a whole other
He's scared.
dialect. It's like you go to England and they're speaking English, and you can't, you know what I mean? There's that certain dialect of in Britain or in England, and it's just like you can't understand it. I remember being in Vegas and hearing these people talking. I was like, what language are they speaking? English. I was like, what? Oh no, my head's fucked. God damn it.
Of her, and I couldn't get any of this information out of him. I'm on my way now with Betty, and I've got this information, and we should be good to go. BJ's got to be in court tomorrow anyway for what happened last week. Do you know why she went to jail last week, Betty? I heard it was for something like stealing copper, or like she was.
I love Betty. She's just like,
She's selling copper for somebody. What you claim? I don't know who. What you claim? She's selling copper for somebody, and that's what they call her.
Well, and you've told her to leave. You don't want her there. And then she takes your phone and locks it up in her camper.
Yes.
How do you end up getting it back?
We don't get back till next morning till she get up.
And then how often does BJ come in there asking you for money?
Oh, several times.
Several times.
Yeah.
How many? And she gets your money, right?
Yep, she gets it.
What does she do? She just keeps begging you for it?
Keep begging, keep begging, keep begging, just like you do Larry's money.
Will she not let you go to sleep?
No.
And she wakes you up in the middle of the night too, right?
Yeah, she wakes me up in the middle of the night going to her daddy.
How is her boyfriend the same way?
No, her boyfriend ain't the same way. He don't come over walking. He don't come over wake nobody up.
Okay, he doesn't mess with you, but he's on the same stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got you.
shit.
She's never messed with Lorraine.
Seriously. Dude, I've watched her and zoned out and been like an hour in and been like, I don't know what the fuck I've been listening to for the last hour. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. If you know, you know. Shit. When your brain is a tad wonky. Yes. Enter Nuki breeding. Oh. Fuck, man.
No.
But pretty much everybody else.
Right.
And I think it's just a matter of there was just no one else around. The British people did it to keep, the bloodlines. I don't think there's an excuse for it, but I also don't think they were doing it, the same closest. Something about two identical twins, and then their children, I think, is where it really had the most like delays and disabilities came from it. Um, but yeah, supposedly the family was up in Alabama. It was like a brother and sister, so that's even more closely related. But for some reason, I mean, they did have disabilities for sure. The eye thing is definitely different. I don't know. I wonder, like, honestly, like, if that's hereditary, if it's something to do with some sort of abuse or rough handling.
And you want her gone.
I want her gone.
You want her gone. One of the number one things that people have been asking about, Betty, is they've said they're afraid that if we get that new home, that y'all are going to let BJ move up in there. Do you have any plans in letting BJ move in your new house?
No.
Here's going to be the thing, and I talked to Betty about this earlier, guys. We're going to get a contract that says when we do this home.
All right. So that sucks because obviously they're not doing the home now. So then BJ is back in the Whittaker home. So this is where this was recorded like 5 days ago, but I think he just made it public today.
This was made by the Amish. These are Amish chips.
And look at the difference between when they first show up, when Mark first showed up, and then how different. I mean, their lives definitely have been. I mean, their porch is definitely a lot better. If you look at the roof, they definitely secured the roof more. I mean, the innards of this trailer are unfixable. It's a hazard. But I mean, the porch, you can tell they fixed it up a little bit. Not as many couches and stuff out there. Still loads of dogs, but you know, I love. If I had a big house in the middle of the country, I'd have thousands of dogs probably. But as he's pulling up, it says, as soon as I got out of the car, I saw BJ folding down the blinds. So this is after that she just had Betty in the car and they did the whole RO thing. Now she's back. And there's an RO. She's not supposed to be there. It says that she was putting down the blinds, trying to peek at me through the camper. I did not say nothing immediately and tried to keep my cool and act like I did not know anything until the moment was right. And he had his friend Mark, who was with him, record him. But just look at like how Timmy looks so much better now. Even Ray's looking somewhat better. Lorraine's, she loves Eric and she loves her chips.
I got you some new ones. This was made by the Amish.
Oh, shit.
These are Amish chips.
They probably bomb. I want some Amish chips.
Those are from the Amish. Let's tell her to let you try them. Lorraine, let them try some.
She hit them in her chip
store.
spot.
Y'all open them up and try them. They got some good food, buddy.
We went in there.
I don't know exactly what it is. If I see down through there, I don't know what it is.
See, I think Timmy's screaming because BJ's there. In my opinion, he's like, she's here and they're here. Like, he knows she shouldn't be there.
Blackbird, I don't know.
Harrisburg. Hey, who's in the camper?
Who's in the camper?
Touch.
Treat.
Good boy. All right, that's enough for the day.
Wait. I think it's time you get me pet insurance.
They actually have those buttons you can get on Amazon. I'm like kind of low-key wondering if they work.
Somebody in the camper. I saw him. Who's
Hey
in the
there.
camper?
Good to see you,
There's somebody in the
CNC.
camper right now.
I know they haven't been over here.
Who's in the camper right now? I just saw them. I'm asking you, who is it in the camper?
Yep.
Huh? Are in the camper? Right now?
Yeah. Ain't nobody been over here.
There's some. I saw somebody in the camper. They was pulling out, looking at me.
There's a BJ them over. I don't know.
I don't know.
BJ's not supposed to be here. Y'all let her back up here? Did you know she was here, Betty?
Yeah, I have court day too.
So he don't get it. Your daughter's not supposed to be there. She beats on them. That's not okay, bro. Like, this is where he fucked up. This is where, and I mean, he's obviously involved now, so he's not gonna, it's not. He doesn't want to. He can't have it on his shoulders that she's there. So he's like, we have to call it in. Like she's not supposed to be here. And once they did that, Adult Protective Services basically came and said, and I guess in the video where they take Timmy, I believe you can actually hear them saying that, like, if she wasn't here, this wouldn't be happening. Like, basically, it's happening because BJ was there.
Hello?
Yeah, record that.
Hello? Call me back in. Call me back in a minute.
Betty, did you know she was up here?
Oh, Ruffles cheese chips are so good.
I didn't know she's over there. I don't know who's over there.
Shit, I haven't had those in a minute.
We're supposed to call the cops.
That reminds me of like summers at my aunt's and like putting them in my sandwich. Oh, that's the best when you put Ruffles in the sandwich. Oh shit.
Where's your court date?
Next week.
You put that with a four for me?
All right, so let's go. So BJ Whittaker was served eviction notice. Is the live from last night? So yeah, there's the live from last night. I'm gonna show the channel because if you guys want to watch the live for last night, it's long and it explains a lot of what's going on. It really made me think that Erica actually is a good person too when it comes to this. So this is the newer, this is the Whittaker Family channel I just shared. This is the one that's got more of the newer content. There's Q&A with Kenny Whittaker, Q&A with Betty and Larry, live with the Whittakers. So this was 4 weeks ago.
What's going on, guys? Is this working?
Just gotta click around.
Huh? Say what?
We got Lorraine, Kenny, Timmy. I mean, they're definitely looking a lot better now since he's entered this. They've been getting new clothes.
Whatever you want to say hello or whatever.
Hello out there, women.
Women? Come on.
Well, you think
What do you think about women? Lorraine. Lorraine. Tell everybody bye. Tell everybody hi.
Bye.
Say bye.
Bye.
Not yet.
Hey, all right. You doing your job today?
Oh, it's all right.
Gotta get down read.
Could you use up to $750? Find it at BioLife. Up to $750 is waiting for you.
Yeah.
And he was looking at us, and I got up, I looked down, I said, no.
Now, I'm not trying to start rumors or anything, but some people have wondered if there's a little something going on between these two, Betty and Larry. They're siblings, though, so hopefully not. And clearly, they're too old to hopefully procreate. But people, I mean, they should just be close too. I mean, doesn't necessarily mean anything, but they always are together, And I think before Larry lived across the street, in a trailer that did burn down. So that when they first came on the scene, he had his own house. I think that's where BJ stayed as well.
That goddamn water meter ain't moved.
Once his house burnt down though, and BJ, him and BJ, that's where BJ became a problem because she was no longer just his problem. Since he was now living in the house with them, she became a problem for all of them, in my opinion.
If it's moving, we've got leaks in them down house. He said, no, it ain't moving. I said, well, I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all better get something right around here. I'll get tired of paying $600.
No Canadian flavors, all dressing. What does that even mean? Isn't there some ketchup flavored Ruffles out there too? We don't have ketchup flavored here.
Water bill. He said, well, I'm going to go put it down the office and let them work this out.
Canadians got some weird chips, I'll tell you that. Okay, so this is just them hanging out essentially. Now going back to, let's see. So on the soft flight of the belly, they did things, 3 years ago, we took them to Walmart, shows updates in spring of 2022, breakfast with the Whittakers. his interview with cousin Jason, who was in prison when they first met them. They got them haircuts 2 years ago. They go to the state fair, summer of 2023, Christmas. This is the grandnephews. Let's see. Probably going to get an ad.
Where'd you grow up exactly? Are BJ's sons. You are Larry's
grandsons.
Larry's grandsons. Larry Whittaker's grandsons. You guys are how old?
I'm 19.
I'm 21.
19, 21. You grew up here?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up exactly?
Over at Betty's.
Which is a couple towns over, right?
Yeah. Well, no, we're actually right here.
Oh, you grew up in this house?
I grew up, my Aunt Betty raised me.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, this Betty, because your mom's name is Betty as well. Yeah. So Betty Whittaker raised you?
Yeah. She raised me from like 3 months old till I was about 6 or 7.
Why? What was your mom up to?
She was in North Carolina.
Why did she leave you guys?
I honestly have no idea.
I stayed down in North Carolina until I was about 2.
So you guys were separated for a while?
Yeah, and then she brought me back up here and I stayed with my grandpa. Yeah, so I'm so close with him.
What was it like growing up?
Yeah, it was rough.
No dad. Barely seen my mom. When I did, she was either getting beat on. So.
Beat on by your dad?
Yeah, stepdad.
Stepdad?
Yeah.
So again, BJ is their mom. And, you know, it's unfortunate because she probably was abused, which probably led her to using drugs, which has now resulted in, you know, now that she's either also abusive or because of all the, you know what I mean? It's just hurt people. I like the new Baker Ritz sour cream. No ketchup chips in my house, though.
You guys like living here now?
Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, I'd like to get away on it.
I plan on getting away soon.
Where would you like to go?
I'm pushing for Indiana right now.
Someplace that has a little more opportunity? Yeah. What kind of jobs are there for guys like you?
Well, right now I'm working 2 jobs. I work at Hardee's, and then I got a management job at Pizza Hut last week. So I'm doing that for now.
And what are you doing, Brandon?
I ain't got a job right now. I'm getting ready to start back to work doing underground belt line maintenance.
Is that a coal mine?
Yeah.
You have kids?
Yeah, I got 2 and another one on the way.
You do?
Yeah. I got a little boy and a little girl, and we're not sure what the other one is yet.
Okay. And you have kids? No kids?
Yeah. Not right now.
Keep it that way for a while. What's it like growing up here? Drugs are everywhere, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty fun as a kid, I guess. Until you got older and then, like, you kind of understand what was going on. But I remember sitting right there. I was like 4 and just sat there and played in the gravel with cars, dump trucks. My Aunt Betty and all of them, they'd sit on the porch with their coffees and just watch us.
Don't even recognize what that house looks like now.
I just got my grocery delivery through Misfits Market, and they tell you like why something ended up with Misfits Market, and this particular item said it was on the smaller side. This is my cabbage. This is my 2 bites of cabbage. It's fine. There's
This bitch is funny with her cabbage.
No, it used to look very different.
Yeah.
All right, so as you can tell, see, you know, childhood is pretty normal until, and let's see, so silent auction, blah, 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 blah. Thicker than water, the Whittakers a year ago, mobile home fire at the Whittakers. So here's where the fire was. And this was kind of like pretty much one of the last.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Look at this. Everything is burnt. Everything is burnt. There's the new one. You got 2 of them. Yeah.
It's for Misfits Market.
How you been? You been okay? Good.
Yeah. Totally. Nope, it was via this channel, Soft White Underbelly, that first, showcased them really. And then from there, he had a kind of a falling out with them. Someone else kind of picked it up. And then as of late, that new guy started that channel for them.
Hey, Timmy.
They're basically YouTube sensations. They're not, no TV shows, nothing like that. No, just YouTube. This channel mainly.
Hey, Betty. How are you doing?
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
What happened here?
Huh?
What happened across the street here?
I don't know.
Betty never knows. I like her sweater though.
We was all over the house cooking that night now.
You guys.
Jay, Nelson, was both of her. We don't need what happened now.
Was anybody in the house?
Huh?
Was anybody in the house?
No, Larry was all over here.
Huh.
Nobody wasn't in the house.
Nobody got hurt. Nobody got hurt.
No, nobody got hurt.
It's burnt to a crisp, isn't it?
We don't have a coal fire now. Daddy had nothing hooked up over there.
One thing I did read is they ain't got no septic tanks, and all their plumbing just drains into the creek.
They didn't say nothing.
That's fucked. Because like I told you, one of the brothers used to like to go fishing in said creek. So, hope it was for sport and not for like eating. Ugh. There's a creek right back
Hey, Jimmy.
there.
You should switch to 1-800-CONTACTS because it's
super easy, so cheap.
Oh my god. Come on now. Soft White Underbelly's got a... That's a chicken coop they got back here?
Great to see you.
Oh. Oh shit. The dog's fucking getting the chicken. Oh my god.
Get out there.
Oh, bastard been waiting for that. He got in there quick.
He
Chicken
might be
seems
small,
okay.
but he's a killer.
Oh, he's trying to get back in there again. It's one of those mountain feist dogs. They look like chihuahuas, but they're not. They're aggressive.
You look where you
Oh, we're back. Just had a moment there. Come on, internet. This shit is sad for real, for real. Just the way of life in a lot of places, not just the Appalachian Mountains and the Smokies, but I mean, anywhere in the mountains, you kind of have people living off. This is, like I said, I've seen worse, to be honest.
Come here.
I like her wolf jacket. I'm not being that sarcastic either, I do.
No, we don't want
My mom would have rocked that shit.
What's that?
I said, they didn't say nothing out of hell.
There's just, I've seen like 3 propane tanks just in that pile. One, there was like one over in the front. I wonder why there was a fucking fire. It's just propane tanks just chilling.
Before the fire department got down here.
The fire department come?
They wait till everything burnt down.
I'll bet they do.
They do.
Takes them a while to get out here. It takes them a while to get out here.
And they're in West Virginia, so okay. Yeah, because they up there. I mean, they...
Oh.
So these are actually mountain folks. Like, these isn't the haulers. This is up on a mountain. So they own that whole like land on the mountain. The haulers usually at the bottom. I mean, I think I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% country person, but I'm just saying. Pretty sure they on top of the mountain.
Hey, Kenneth.
What are you doing, Mark?
Haulers are usually at the bottom of the mountains.
Great. Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine looks beautiful.
Yeah.
It's pretty, like, the winter times up there are so pretty. That's when it's like the most like fogginess and...
How you been doing?
I've been all right. How you guys been doing? What happened here?
I don't know. Everybody's sitting over here and
It's gonna be it's got to be crowded over here now.
yeah. And Larry D be out in a minute.
Hey, gorgeous.
I think
You look beautiful.
you want me. Hey, you're the bomb, me. Hey, hey. No.
I like your top. I like this. Very pretty.
You like your top.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
It's chilly out here.
Yeah, it's cold.
Hey, Larry.
Hey, Mark, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Oh, yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. I'm still here.
A little crowded now.
Huh?
It's a little crowded now.
Yeah.
So when did this happen? When did the fire happen?
My fire did come on fit.
So just like a week ago? About a week ago? Hey, Ray.
Yeah. Hello.
How are you?
Yeah. Who? How's your trip? You stay on now, bud.
Yeah, I can sit here.
I know. You gotta speak
So
up.
how many years have you lived there?
I've been like there ever since 2004.
So you've been there 20.
There was a house there, you remember?
Right.
Somebody burned the house down.
Oh, the house burned down. What year was that?
I cleaned it up. Everything. Yeah. Betty got that camper for me. And it's been sitting there ever since.
You've been in the camper for 20 years. The house before that. So who burned it down?
Huh?
How did it burn down?
I don't know. We all was over here.
But BJ and her boyfriend?
BJ and her boyfriend was over here.
Uh-huh.
So we was together.
So he first thing is like BJ was over here? It wasn't BJ? You sure it wasn't BJ? Sandman's. Hey, every sometime. Shut up. That's fucked up, Lindsay. Stop it. You're gonna give it. West Virginia's pretty though. I really don't know. I guess they really don't know that they're different. You think the health problems though? Um, yeah. Hey, wait, what about? No, I hope not. Dog is not good meat. Chris, you get a tumbleweed. Yeah, we decorate tumbleweeds instead of trees and cactuses. You think they would? Be like more cactuses decorated, but
We would eat supper.
or eating
We
supper.
all
He
was.
also lost his hearing aid in the fire, so that's why he's like, ah.
How long were you guys?
But I think they all have hearing issues, or maybe they just like the way they like to, you know what I mean? Like some people, like in LA, people say literally all the time, like, you know what I mean? Like things like that, where you just like say it, but you're not really asking the question. I think they just say, huh, like when you first ask them something, it's just like habit, or they'll have hearing issues, something of the
It's
something
all
of the
here
nature.
before that started.
Huh?
How long were you guys all here in this house before that one started burning? 20 minutes, 2 hours.
Yeah, we were always over there and cook.
But you were here for how long?
Yeah.
How long?
It was like that about 8:30, 9 o'clock when her boyfriend walked out the door and he hauled some campers on fire.
How better?
We all ran out. You know, I don't know.
Did you say BJ's boyfriend ran out there and said, "Oh, the camper's on fire"? But again, what's up with all those propane tanks?
It was probably gone by then.
Yeah. Huh?
It was probably gone by then.
Well, the bedroom was on fire.
The what?
They didn't walk out there, called the next door neighbor, called the fire department. Time the fire department got here, it was gone.
Yeah, yeah.
They just went on here and watered it down, keep it spreading. Everything was gone.
Damn.
Want new summer style? Get what you want in your budget.
All right. Oh. So, and that was pretty much late 2024. The house's mobile home was destroyed by a fire. Following this, GoFundMe campaign is launched to help with the relocation and rehabilitation of the house. In May of 2025, the media revisits the family. Future articles reflecting renewed interest in their stories, updates after the fire, etc. And as we saw, it kind of like was every season they kind of visited them. First, in 2020 or 2004, again, is when it all started, when he first met with the family and photographed them. Another family member had died at the time. And so that's how he was like able to convince them to take photographs, because, you know, to memorialize that family member and have essentially for that time period, I think, I don't know exactly the story, but now as of late, let me see some of these shorts. He made some of these shorts public where, let's see. Oh, did he make it not public anymore? Damn. So he had a short up that was showing Lorraine, like, telling him about her head. Let's see if... And they kept, like, saying, oh, it's a bee sting.
Hello, Lorraine. You said hello.
So, damn, I was muted. So, there's just such a change in Lorraine that you'll see here from when Mark first arrived, you know, and so I believe, even though there's a lot of downfall to people helping them, it has benefited them in some sense and given them more socialness, kind of opened their world up, which I think, I mean, just look at Lorraine here. It's heartwarming in my opinion. She really, really loves Eric. And I really hope at some point he can update and visit with them. I really do hope, because she really did open up to him.
Hello. Lorraine, you said hey, brother. I'm going to give you a hug.
She's going to sit down. What? I got her favorite thing. What do I got?
You're balling.
She loves her lays.
Is that where you got stung?
No.
See, no.
Hey, Dave. My Dave.
Guess what, Lorraine? We're going to build you a new house. You want a new house?
You're balling.
Get your own
Yeah,
bedroom.
boy. Yeah, boy.
Tim will
Aw.
have his own bedroom. You'll have a bedroom. Betty will have a bedroom. Y'all all have your own bedroom.
Come on.
I think that might be the Amish guy, but I don't know, because he's wearing, like, his hat and his belt don't really speak Amish to me, but he's got the Amish beard. He looks kind of Amish. I don't know. Maybe they wear belts now.
Hey.
And this is him just walking the outline of the property, which I guess has not been done in quite a while.
We got 17.6 acres.
Yeah, that's a lot of land.
What we're trying to do right now is to find the edge of the Whittakers property, which has not been seen in many, many years. Probably looking at about 40 years.
Scrolling.
What you doing, Ray? What you up to? What we doing out here? You want some hamburgers? You want chicken? You want sausage? We gonna go play cornhole? Did you play it earlier? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, give me a back.
What? Your phone? I don't know. Where is your phone? Timmy, do you like your phone? Yeah. Yeah, it's Febreze. No, you better not, boy. You better not. Good morning, Timmy.
Hey.
Aw.
You said it was 2.
What you got, boy? What you got? What do you got, Jimmy? What's under that? You got my wallet. I'm gonna get you, boy. I'm gonna get you. You better not get my wallet again. I'm gonna get you, boy. I love you. I love you.
See, I honestly think that Eric really genuinely, like, cared about him. And so I know, right? I love me some cornhole too. Sleep well, pretty with pistols. I will definitely hit you up tomorrow. Oh my God. 5 a.m. Go to bed. But let's see. So last night, to sum it up, let's go to that live. Let me get rid of this. Hold on. That's so sad. All right. So last night he went live, and it's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Every pet is different, so Lemonade lets you custom
Yeah.
coverage they actually need. Lemonade
Actually have that insurance for my dogs. I'm like, stop giving me ads for it, man. I already have you. Leave me alone.
We are live.
You do it, Dwayne.
All right. Well, I know everybody's been looking for updates and kind of status on everything with Whittakers and everything that's happened over the last day or so. I know it's been a big day, and I know you wanted to get on here and kind of talk through some of the issues. I guess kind of starting out, how has the area been? I mean, you're out in odd West Virginia. How has it been, like, kind of dealing with folks in the community?
It's a weird thing, dude, because you got the internet, then you have the local area. I've had people finding me
Mm.
in the local area about Patrick and something that they've done to them or some scam that's been it's been everywhere. I've
Wow.
been
So
contacted.
again, the main issue in this is Patrick. Honestly, one of the things I saw, it was he has three charges pending from last year. One is like a DV charge, one is stalking, and then the other one is like basically like lewd acts, like basically like sharing nude images or something to that effect. So sounds like something domestic with a girlfriend or something, but still, and he has like he'll show at some point he shows, and I'm not going to show it. You'll have to watch the whole thing if you want to, but he shows, pretty good, like inch thick stack of papers. It is this guy Patrick's rap sheet. So he is really, people are saying in the chat Patrick is the biggest instigator in all of this. He's a piece of shit. Patrick is quiet, setting up his next scam. Betty said her mom said for her to care for the three, we only can go on her word. Right. Um, they say Patrick, Betty, Larry are complicit. What does Patrick need windows for when he's giving Betty his house? Patrick is a sketchy dude. Patrick went MIA. Um, then everyone also later on is asking about the three of them, who he doesn't have any updates on them, and basically ends it with saying like,
Did by people how they've got my number. I have no idea.
he's
It's
going
been
home.
nonstop, dude. And it's just, I just really hate this for the guy because if anybody thinks I'm taking pleasure in this,
No.
I'm so over it. I think this is going to be my last update. And if you know what, I would really thought about it. I was emotional when I did the update earlier because I'm just
Oh, you had all that built up.
freaking appalled, dude, at everything that's going on. And you feel like you want to get this out because you feel like you.
I'm not trying to be a bitch or anything, but we've seen this video of this guy. Maybe it's just because it was the last couple of videos, but I'm like, does he not have any other outfits? Like, I'm just, he's buying clothes for them and stuff, but he's been wearing them. But maybe he's just because he was only visiting or whatever. He only had. Before I go, damn girl, you put in some work for this surprise story. Good job. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't do that much research. A lot of it's just I've watching them. I kind of last couple days been rewatching it, and last night I really binged this, and that led me to watch some of the older stuff. And I'm like,
You've been so wronged.
I
And
remember
then I'm
more of
like,
this than I actually
dude,
thought.
I'm not going to keep this going. This was supposed to be about their house being built, the family being taken care of, and it's turned into a circus.
Which is basically what happened the first time with Mark. In 2025, it's pretty much the last time that Mark met with the family, and BJ was fucking up with the money, and Larry was faking his death. And it's not said if it was Larry or if it was BJ, but it just got weird. So that's when Mark kind of backed away.
And
Yeah.
so, but I have to get that information out. And then when an accusation gets made, I have
Yep.
to respond. I knew I was in the public eye. You're talking about a family that already went through a scandal before.
Right.
And
you worked really hard to keep that from happening again. For those who don't know, Eric and I have known each other for quite a while, and I know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. And from the get go, his whole thing has been about transparency. How do we make sure we help these guys and doing it the right way? And people don't know me from Adam. All I can tell you is that from the get go, his goal has how can I help this family, and knowing what happened, how can I make sure it's done transparently, and how can I make sure nothing like this ever happens again to him?
I knew going into this, dude, after the stuff with Mark, that people thought anybody involved would be. And I knew right away, if I get involved in this, I'm going to be under that same microscope.
And he actually goes on to say at some point, like, a lot of people have kind of pitted him and Mark Softfoot Underbelly against each other. Like, oh, Mark used these people and you're so much better. Him and Mark have no, like, ill will towards each other at all. Um, Thank you. Thank you, thank you. I hope it's kind of explained. You know, it's not really a lot to explain. I mean, you just watch the first couple videos and you kind of get, you know, you saw it's breathtaking, it's shocking in a sense. And like I said, a lot of soft white underbelly, like that is a channel you should check out because it shows a lot of the dark sides. And I wouldn't say that they're necessarily the dark side of the world, but even darker things, you know, addicts, children, prostitutes. I mean, he kind of just shows the things that you don't see, but like I said, you know is happening, um, and brings light to it. Um, right? I think if they were better cared for, it would be a little maybe possible. I think I'm hoping, you know, I think that this Patrick guy is still in touch with Betty and Larry, and if he has any goodness about him, I'm hoping that he will still help them. Um, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll, because I worry for Betty and Larry. You know what I mean? They're so like I think their house might have been condemned. I'm not 100% sure. Um, oh, Addie, you don't. It's running at the bottom. It's just Amesy beloved, all one word with the little thingy before it. But thank you. You don't have to, but I appreciate that. Um, just the thought that counts. But what was I gonna say? But a reality show would definitely put them. The world is a cruel place. The internet is a cruel place. Like, imagine if they had a reality show, like, it would just open them up to so much more negativity. You know what I mean? Like, God, you see how just basic people, their lives, reality TV is a lot. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't ever met a reality TV star that has their shit together. Scrolling doohickeys. No, don't worry. You're good. Thank you. But you know what I mean? Like everyone who's on reality TV is kind of fucked. So I don't think that'd be great for them to be on reality TV. But maybe like an actual documentary about them and their life and to kind of put them in a no, I don't think Mark meant anything negative by saying they're inbred. I mean, it is what it is. But you know, whatever the proper term is for it, you know, generational breeding, I guess. But I think in the end, someone in this chat even says that a house isn't going to keep Lori, Timmy, and Ray safe from Larry and BJ. They need protection, and they need life skill services. Someone also says someone up here like finally someone did something for them. You know what I mean? Like at the end, it wasn't just you know, documenting them and putting them on display. It was also a matter of once he found out they were in harm's way, he really wanted to get Tim, Ray, and Lorraine in proper care so that they weren't living that way anymore. And I think you know it was a little bit jarring being taken by adult services, but I think in the end they're going to get a lot better care now than they would have. And then saying, isn't the Amish giving them a home? It's another question, but again, if they give him a home, then BJ is just going to show back up and
Right.
ruin it all.
Numerous times.
Burn it the fuck down, probably.
Because of what they did with the money from Mark. And
Yep.
it's just one big freaking mess, dude. I was going to be accountable and transparent regardless. But
And basically, what they did with the money with Mark is they just kept asking for money, thousands at a time, and BJ was just taking it for drugs, you know, towards the end. I mean, a lot of it they were using, they did do a lot of work on the houses. They got new cars. They got another trailer for Kenny, I think, in the very beginning. You know, they did a roof, they did the porch. I mean, they definitely used a lot of that money for things. Um, Obviously, they probably used some of it towards the new trailer when it burnt down because they were still getting money at that point. It even said in the little synopsis I got from actually ChatGPT helped said that, you know, one of the last documented things was getting a GoFundMe going because of the house burning down. And, you know, but BJ was just taking the money and smoking it up. So
after some of the events I'll discuss with you tonight, you'll realize I really was, like I said, planning on just being over it. I talked to Patrick's daughter earlier who was wanting to, and I'm going to tell you, does she have some grievances sounds a few, more than a few. But that's his personal life, man. And I'm not going there. I'm going to keep this about the Whittakers and what our involvement was. And if she sees this, I'll gladly talk to you. If I can help you in any way, if you need a listening ear, I'll be there. And I definitely feel your pain. And I believe you have a right to feel the way you do. Trust me, I get it. I get it. And I've heard this from a lot of people. But I want to keep it focused on this because right now, a family has been divided. And that was the exact opposite of what we was trying to do here, dude. Right. I mean, it's really hit me tonight. It sucks. But yeah, dude, locals, I don't know how they're finding me.
All right, fuck. I was just looking up Patrick, and then I found a video. This was him live. God, when was it? It was 2 days ago when they got taken, and I can already see Betty's in the video, and she's crying. So this was like right after they were taken, I think. So let's watch this. I have not seen this. Wait, unmute. There's Kenny. So this is Patrick. And that's Betty. And this is after they were taken. I heard about this live. I didn't know it was still up. Dang it. Sorry. Hold on. Keeps muting.
No wonder all them phone calls we've been getting.
They what?
No wonder all them phone calls we've been getting. All day long.
Yeah.
I've been home.
What the hell just happened? Okay, hold on. The fuck? Is it because I'm not logged in? That's so obnoxious. Okay, what the fuck just happened? I do not have Facebook on this. So I gotta log into a different browser. Let's see. Let's go to Facebook. Let me go back here and here and click this. Hold on a second here. Technical difficulties here. Is it showing or no? Okay. It is showing, but it is not playing the audio. Oh my god, the annoyance. Okay, entire screen, share audio. All right, and then click on the screen. Okay, there we go.
You want Jaden? All right. Ain't a whole bunch of cops down there, too. A whole bunch of them. I don't know how many was down there. I didn't know there. Jeffrey come over to me. I guess Connie told me to come over to me.
I was in the bathtub, baby.
It might have been talking. It might have been talking to me down there. Jeffrey was.
Over my private. And baby, there's something out here. I got out of the tub, put my pants back on.
Oh, gosh.
So I don't know if everybody knows this or not, but the state just come in and took Timmy and Lorraine and Ray. We don't know much more about that. Yep, this is true. So what I thought was going to be the today of getting on here and being transparent with people, since you know, everybody thinks this is a scam, and that that me and Eric are making money off the Whittakers and they don't get nothing out of it. That's false. That is, I talked to Creepalachia this morning, and I told him that I would come and sit down with him and I would show him whatever he needed to see in order to squash that for the people out there that like playing the troll. So I got Betty here, and Larry come up here, and Kenny. It's not a good day. Not a good day. So apparently the state come down here and they said, well, they told me that they come down here because the living conditions down there wasn't good enough for Timmy and Lorraine and Ray to live there. But I guess it's good enough for Betty to live there.
And Mary.
And Larry.
Not them.
They're saying that it's because of BJ. I'm sure that part of it is because of BJ, but other than that, you know, they have their own way of doing things. So we just let it go at that. There's nothing I can do about it. What kind of comments are we getting, John? people's asking comments.
They took them or not.
Yeah.
Prayers. Everybody's heartbroken. Everybody live on BJ.
Go on. Go on. Go. Go.
Don't know if you have the option to get Timmy.
I'm going tomorrow morning to file for guardianship of all 3 of them. So, even if I have to live somewhere else. The truth always comes out. Everybody knows that.
In a gray car. Dark and gray, another car.
Well, they need to stay down there.
Who's that there?
Yeah, Betty's exhausted.
Down in blue shirt.
Huh?
Down in blue shirt.
Who? I don't know.
Yeah, he said it's right here. He's on
I'm going to get back to watch and see.
Huh?
I'm getting back to just watch and see.
We'll do whatever we can, Betty, to get him back. Huh? Jeff? Okay. Yeah, Jeff can come on over. Say, Jeff. What is it?
So Eric didn't want this either. Oh, he said he'll call you later.
Do what?
He said he'll call you later. Someone said Eric didn't want this. It's never been an issue before. Why now?
Yeah.
I don't understand why they don't get the issue is that BJ, who they reported was beating on the 3 of them, was allowed back in. I mean, I guess in a sense they could have not reported BJ and then they wouldn't be in this sense, but they had to protect them. And I don't know what, unless this guy's got a laundry list of charges, so it's very unlikely he's going to get custody of them. And it's so sad to see them upset because you can tell they don't understand quite. It's not fair. I mean, it sucks. You know what I mean? I feel so bad for them, but they're probably going to be in a lot of better hands. And hopefully eventually they can like visit them, you know, and still be close to them, hopefully. I mean, that is what Eric had said is the main reason they didn't take them in the past is because they didn't want to separate them, especially Lorraine and Timmy.
Yeah, Betty's pretty shook up. She don't care. She said she didn't care if she had to sleep on a couch, as long as she could be with her siblings again.
BJ did not take Timmy and Lorraine. The state did.
Yeah, BJ didn't take Timmy and Lorraine. The state did, and Ray. And Timmy raised 40 kinds of hell whenever he left here. And I can't imagine what's going through his head right now. Ambulance. They put all 3 of them in an ambulance. Well, they put 2 of them in police cars. And
Why?
did they put them in ambulance or police cars? Because I've seen
Ambulance.
ambulance. Okay, just want to verify that.
They put all 3 in an ambulance.
Who's going to check them out?
Yeah, there was there were 3 carloads of state troopers and 3 ambulances that come here. Right now, they're going to Bar H. They're going to the hospital. Go, Lodi.
They better come back.
Betty, I don't know what to do until tomorrow. Listen, you'll have to wait till tomorrow. There's nothing you can do this evening. There's nothing you can do this evening. We'll go file papers in the morning. I'll go file papers in the morning. I can't file nothing tonight.
So sad.
I gotta go back to the food back down there.
Do what?
I gotta go back to the food back down there.
Take what back down where?
I said I gotta go take his food back down there. He ain't gonna help nobody out. He ain't.
I don't know why they took him to the hospital. I guess to get him assessed.
They got any bruises and they've been beat.
Said they've been beat.
Since somebody's been watching out. What the social workers did, somebody's been watching out.
Okay.
And they ain't nobody beat on them.
No.
They kid them those or not, because them stuff are history. That's what somebody had to butt in our business and tell us everything, and it's not true.
See, as sad as it is, and as I am for her, and I understand her frustration, she herself said, and we saw her say that BJ was hitting on him. So, I mean, I understand her frustration. And I mean, theoretically, if no one had buttoned in their business, they would all still be together. But maybe eventually they can be reunited with them getting the proper like caregivers coming from the state or something. I don't know. Probably not, honestly. But one could hope that they get reunited in some sense. So it's Betty, I guess, sleeping on the couch. Oh, what a pretty dog. Oh my God, that dog's beautiful. It says, today has been a productive day. This is from 11 hours ago. For a change, and I'm grateful for the progress we've made. I know many of you have been eager for updates for the Whittaker family. I apologize for my absence on social media. Rather than engaging with speculation and misinformation, I've been focused on what's more important, reuniting this family. I want to assure you that Eric and I will resolve our differences. You hear the other side soon, and I'll be transparent about anything you want to know. But first, we need to prioritize the Whittaker family's well-being. You've only heard one side of the story so far, and while there's more to share, it's not a priority right now. I am sure you're all wondering about Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, and I understand the concern. Unfortunately, getting accurate information has been challenging, but I'm committed to keeping you updated tonight. I'll be going live at 7 p.m. to share what we know so far and outline our plan to get the family back together. Having Betty stay with me is comforting to know she feels safe due to the threat she is now getting. But it's been a reminder of what this family has gone through, and it's only made me more determined to fix this situation. This whole thing, that's what I was hoping. I was like, if this guy, regardless of his bad past and stuff, doesn't mean people make bad decisions. They're not necessarily bad people. Hopefully this guy will redeem himself in some way by helping, Betty out. This whole thing should have never happened. His family did not deserve this. Please continue to pray for the whole family. See video below. I'll see you tonight. All right. So then. I better talk instead of just staring at the damn screen. Oh my God. Hello, Spirit of New Orleans. Sorry, we're having technical difficulties. Yes, they were separated. The Adult Protective Services came and got the three more disabled, developmentally delayed ones. Unfortunately, but again, in the long run, it is for the best. Like Pretty with Pistol said, go to bed.
Ashley Brown, we haven't got to talk to Timmy at all.
Okay, so now he's saying we haven't gotten to talk to Timmy at
Smith,
all.
I don't know. I'm not on their property. It says it's adding you, Ernie.
Let's see.
As of right now, Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray are in a safe place. I know where they're at, but I can't divulge that. I don't care if people are mean to me. I know the truth. That's all that matters.
This guy stares at the screen a lot, don't he? I guess he's reading comments.
The only thing that I care about is I care about the Whittakers and trying to get them back together. Other than that, I don't care about nothing else. Because whenever you've had nothing but a solid day of negativity from somebody else, you can only expect that. So keep it going.
More drama.
Right now, I do know that that Timmy, Lorraine, and Ray, I know that they're safe. I know for a fact they're safe. That's a good thing. We are trying to figure out something to do as far as having them a home where they can go back to. They can't go back to their own home because they have no septic system. So it's more or less condemned.
I told you.
We're working on something right now.
Damn.
We went today and spoke with a lawyer. So we have to go back and speak to a lawyer on Friday. Yeah, nobody knows the full story. Nobody knows the truth.
All I can say is if BJ hadn't fucked everything up, they wouldn't have been taken. But even if they were, like, I wish I could still get that home built for them. And, you know, same thing with BJ. If she didn't fuck things up with Mark, they might have had money for a home eventually. Like, and then this would have been a lot different. I don't think it was, I guess it was, so I guess it's partially the home conditions as well as BJ. But yeah, I mean, that home wasn't safe for anybody.
Get into that. This is not a conversation about who's better, me or Eric. We're not playing that. And this is, you're not going to get that.
All right. So it sounds like
the only thing that we care about.
Can you hear me? Even to spoonfuls of Cool Whip. I love the stars too, right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Mark just, I mean, he felt like it was just their money, but I guess he could have probably helped a little bit. Oh, I'm like hearing his video. It's like, what is that noise? Oh my God. Oh Lord. But so yeah, that's the Whittakers. And that's pretty much caught up to date, which is pretty sad, but anyways, I am tired. As you know, I got little ones, gotta get them up in the morning. It is patriotic day, but I will play you out with some good old Ryan Up Church, and I will see y'all soon. Thanks for hanging.
Hey girl, what you doing tonight? Let's get lost in the fog behind these old headlights. You wanna lay in my lap as your favorite song plays, as the static from the AM gets worse as we swerve lanes.
Hey boy, is your bench seat ready for a shotgun queen like me? Is your tank on E? Did you fix that leak? If I'm gonna sign in close to you, do what you're supposed to do. Hey boy,
hey girl,
the outskirts are waiting for me to rock your world. Justin Moore on the radio, feet on my dash, 6 gear wide open. I only wanna crash into your arms, your lips, your kiss. A night like this, you don't wanna miss. Left side, sitting outside, give me the chance, take my hand. Hey girl.
Hey girl, this tank ain't on E. I'm about to spend every dollar I made this week on cleaning this Ford and a redhead flannel that you'll end up taking cause you wanna sleep in it.
Hey boy, is your playlist jumping? Does it rap?